cameraman welcome on behalf of Friday Group. We welcome our Lordship Mr. Vishwanthan. Please Lordship come and accept on behalf of our Friday Group.
Thank you very much. Namaskar sir. How are you?
Yeah. Right. नहीं कैमरामैन का है प्लीज.
How are you sir? वो ऊपर कर दो ना, वो ऊपर कर दो.
वनकम सर.
Yeah. My fellow.
Sir, नमस्कार.
सूरज वो.
अजी
वो दे दो वो अपना अमित. Friends, we are starting immediately in 1 or 2 minutes, seconds in fact. Lordship, really we are highly grateful. Unusual. It's a moments for Friday Group, the way you are giving honor and other thing. Friends, this is a 180th Friday Group meeting. So we are going to start. Lordship is going to speak on subject and other thing. Lordship is earlier also addressed our Friday Group on 47th Friday Group. That is 17th February 2017. That is the topic was Office of Profit Election Law. And 28th September 2018, that is 94th Friday Group meeting. The topic was Parliamentary Privileges and Judicial Review. And 100th Friday Group meeting, of course, it was an ISL. Sir was also one of the speaker. Today, Lordship is going to address our Friday Group. Now, I kindly initiate your please, Amen.
Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon, G.Seshagiri, Rauji, distinguished senior members, Subodh Markandeji, Shri Basant, Shri Kapavinayakan, Shri Ajit Sinha, Shri Adish, President, SCPA, all of them here, distinguished friends, Mr. Hansaria. I am delighted to be back. I would like to be known only as a continuing member of the Friday Group. Very much interested as much as I was before, perhaps more, in the topic of continuing legal education. At the very outset, let me congratulate Mr. G.Seshagiri Rao for relentlessly pursuing his passion in providing an opportunity for all of us to come together and exchange ideas. It is a very selfless thing. We have discussed this before, and that he's been able to do it for so many years now is a tribute to his tenacity, silence, and I think we needs a big round of applause. Thank you everyone for coming this afternoon here. When Mr. G.Seshagiri Rao asked me as to what topic that I would like to choose, and I think he himself suggested a couple of them, I chose a topic on which there can't be two views. Indispensability of continuing education and the importance of the Friday Group. So he also asked me how long would I speak, so I told him that it will not be more than 10 minutes because this is a topic on which there can't be two opinions. But I have been over the last couple of days noting down a few aspects that I could highlight, because there are two different things in the topic. One is the indispensability of continuing education, but added to it is the importance of the Friday Group. So independent of the continuing education part, I think this Friday Group itself is a fantastic thing that has happened in the Supreme Court part. Now, why do I say that? I think this is a great opportunity for fellowship. Otherwise, you see, our profession is a very individualized profession. You get out of your car in the car park, you come straight away, go do your item, If you have an item in the High Court or NCLAT, you go there and you get back to the office. You may learn by yourselves, but this is an opportunity where, by a convention, you are forced to meet and you willingly meet. So, fellowship, as you all know, is one of the important lamps of advocacy. We keep going back to the 7 lamps of advocacy of Judge Abbott Barry: honesty, courage, industry, wit, eloquence, judgment, and fellowship. And K.V. Krishnaswamy Iyer, in his professional conduct and advocacy, added tact as the 8th lamp of advocacy. So, fellowship is extremely important, particularly in a city like New Delhi, in a Supreme Court bar. You will find fellowship in the district bar a lot, probably because of the size. I have seen in Coimbatore, brief time that I was there, and even now when I go, there is more fellowship because, when marriages happen or functions happen, there is an occasion for them to meet, and they are all in nearby places. But in a place like Delhi, to get them all, I think it's a fantastic achievement, Seshagiri, and that you have been able to do it is credit to you. So fellowship is what is the most important lamp of advocacy which gets achieved. Secondly, and this has also been said, you see, this is also a symbol of how unity is strength. We will come to the statistics a little later because I collected the statistics of the number of lectures and I did an analysis with my office as to on what topics how many lectures have been given. We'll come to that later. But the very idea that you benefit from the study and research undertaken on a multifarious areas of law by individuals, which by yourselves we will not be able to do. So now I am on the second leg of the importance of the Friday group. For example, you have had lecture on Competition Act, though I am going to suggest that you should have more of it. I find you have had one. IBC there has been one. Taxation there has been 5. Constitutional law and leading cases there have been 34. The capacity of one lawyer to be in touch with all this is very difficult. That if one of them works on a month over it, not every day, at least on weekends, and if he is able to come and speak to you, it helps you liberate the thought on that subject. All that is required is even, taxation, for example, or competition. From the outward it may look that it's a difficult area and we may have a mental aversion towards it. But if somebody speaks to you, you realize that it's a topic which is not beyond your reach or comprehension. Then with that liberation of the thought, you are able to get into it. So that is also achieved by the Friday group as part of continuing legal education. So you get the benefit of lecture preparation on a wide range of subjects. And now if you see the statistics a bit, constitutional and landmark judgments, you have had 34 lectures. On civil there have been 4, criminal 36, cyber and data privacy 16, arbitration mediation 8, general subjects on law 18, competition law 1. Maybe you could consider that because it's an area which is really catching up. Supreme Court practice and procedure 9, tax there has been 5, but with GST coming in, one could add a couple of lectures more to it. International law there have been 6, election law 5, property and land acquisition 9, environment 3, armed forces 2, consumer 1, water law 2, insolvency 1. You could perhaps add a couple of more. Service law 1, corporate law 1, IPR 1. IPR is an area where you must really bolster. So the idea is that somebody researches it, and I have some more suggestions. When I come to the suggestion part, I will deal with it. That is one thing. And then we'll go into the aspect of why continuing education. As I said earlier, there can't be two opinions about it. But the best example that I have so far read on keeping pace with times is about Marconi, who invented the radio, becoming irrelevant with the advent of television. Of course, he has had a rebirth with FM, but it used to be said that, unless you keep pace with technology, if Marconi could become irrelevant, it's only a matter of time when we could become irrelevant unless you update yourself. All of us, I don't mean, only lawyers, more so for the judges. Now, what does it do to the administration of justice? Today with the workload, you can take it from me that the role of the bar, and I've always felt it even when I was at the bar, and that was not long ago, hardly 8 weeks, not even 8 weeks, it has become even more indispensable. So if the role of the bar is even more indispensable, and on the bar, the bulk of the burden is going to fall because of the sheer load of work, it is extremely important that the process that you have begun and you are continuing is, taken even more forward. And, the administration of justice and consequently the rule of law benefits from it. Now, what are the suggestions that, I can offer? Many of you would have thought of it. Your lectures are already on YouTube, and that is available. But I suggest, Seshu, that you have a website for yourself, where you could host these, YouTube lectures. Now they are available as part of the YouTube. I checked up in the morning. You could have a website. There are so many young lawyers who will be able to design it for you, all of them. So that it is, and what you could do on the website is, you could provide the details of the speaker with their email ID. You don't have to give the phone number. Because sometimes members of the Friday group may have to go back to them. Not that they're all available on the Supreme Court Bar Association, but now that you have virtually institutionalized it, and it is now known, I find that from the figures that you gave, there are 131 videos, there are 26,400 subscribers, and 12,05,180 views as of today. And in terms of number of lectures, it is, we already touched 100
You are seeing 180.
108th lecture. Mine is of course on a general topic, but the topics of the cutting edge areas of law. And if you could now in that website have an editorial board, which can be by rotation. There are senior members to start with, who will peer review blogs. You have a blog, not that anybody can post it, but here you have it on Friday as an oral lecture. But you could have a blog, because now you have a certain goodwill. You are carrying a lot of goodwill, and there is a trademark attached to it. Friday group is, she should always correct me. I had a habit of calling it the Friday Club. And I think it's somewhere in one of the registers also it is got written as the Friday Club. I don't know whether an amendment will lie. So this is now, so a website with the details, and if there is going to be a blog, already I know Markandeya Sahib has done tremendous effort in editing all that, but seniors would willingly start with, and then you could rotate the editorial board for blogs on current areas of law, because information is exploding. It is exploding in geometric proportions. So to keep pace, it's either easier to now listen to things, that's what we do here, or to quickly at our convenience see. So if these lectures can be uploaded and if blogs can be invited, that will also focus on the art of writing. Today Friday Club helps in research, in lending assurance. When I did Office of Profit and Parliamentary Privilege, by the end of the preparation I had a lot of clarity on the subjects. And soon after the Office of Profit lecture, I had a brief on the Office of Profit also. I had to argue the disqualification matter in the Delhi High Court. Seshu always says you got the brief because you gave the lecture. It pays. I know our profession is a very peculiar thing. You evince interest in a particular area, somewhere work comes in that. I don't know whether you have observed, you will keeping getting work on that area continuously for 2, 3 or 4 more times. That's how you get, an expertise or some kind of control over the subject. So this is one suggestion. You could also on the website invite suggestions on areas where, people need to be taught or lectured about it. For example, broadly GST, competition, insolvency occurs to me, the new areas. There are people, IPR. There are people who are, practicing in diverse areas who may want, So they may say that this is cropping up, put somebody lecture to us on it, and somebody among your members will be willing, put their hand up and say yes. And there I want to give a suggestion, where it can be a source of remuneration also for younger members of the club. If you can identify senior lecture, when the seniors are lecturing, you tag on 2 younger members to their research team. The senior also will benefit, the junior also will benefit. And it is ordinarily expected that the senior, and I am aware that the seniors are here, it's an opportunity to help a junior, not, giving money and helping alone with her, but he also helps the senior in the research. So you identify a speaker and give him 2 young members, one member from men and one woman, because we need to be inclusive, we need to be have diversity. So that senior also, for that research, they can research for a month, prepare a written speech or a PowerPoint, which will also be uploaded after the lecture on the website. And junior also gets paid. So it's a source of, can't be it's a more of a motivation. You don't know how things happen. Sometimes when a junior gets motivated, it brings the best out of, it is said of Sir S. Subramania Iyer in Madras. I read somewhere that he had this habit, Magande Sahab, of, he would identify juniors who may not be in his chamber and just ask them to work up a proposition of law. And then, as a reward for services rendered, so you could have them so that they gain in law and they gain in this. I had noted down this suggestion. And another thing, the last suggestion that I wanted to make was make sure that all of them speak by turn, initially as part of the research, and all the members get a chance to speak. Let them identify a topic, should not be repetitive. You give them a choice of menu of topics, and so that all of them get to speak. So that is how you could make this more robust. Already you see, judges have the Judicial Academy. This is a point I made last time when I was a counsel, that Judicial Academies ensure that the judges are up to date. I also spoke at the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu saying that they should also introduce. But this is a very formalized way of continuing education. So if you can get them to all speak, all of them, and it gives an opportunity. So my suggestion to you is keep up the great work that you are doing, and it is not only indispensable, it's the very fact that all of you are coming together is itself very important. So many aspects of law getting discussed in the highest court with people from different states. It's a classic example of not only unity in strength, national integration, great fellowship and exchange of ideas on the intellectual plane. So I wish you all success, good luck. I continue to consider myself as a member. My continued support will be there, and with these words let me conclude my address to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, respected Vishwanath ji. There's a really high enlightening thought-provoking, a lot of information. Even myself, I'm not aware of what are the thoughts you have. Really, it's a
I
great
just noted down instead of
it's
saying continuing education is that everybody knows what continuing education. How do you make it more
very nicely
accessible?
enlightened. What is the area you can address? Definitely, we are allowed to.
You are
do that. It's
already there. It's
Yeah.
only just making it more broad-based.
Allowed to do that. I mean, we're all. How many people will support me? How many speakers are coming? And but one thing more than my passion, all seniors they never say no.
Yeah, I have got the
Women
statistics.
particularly. Vasan sir, Mukesh sir, Markandeya sir, Karpa Vinayagam sir, Sinha sir is always even midnight also. It's a great, doing VSL is a different, but people they are coming and giving their valuable time. The most they requested me for a week for postponement, something like. Otherwise it's difficult to continue this much. And members also, the way they come and sit and silently, pin drop silence, 3 to 4 always have that one thing. I mean, a great quality. That was the one quality.
You have given the
Yeah.
members attendance also in the
Yeah.
last column.
We have two groups, Lordship. One is group 1. At the time 250 was allowed, now it's allowing. Total 500 members. Your message went to 500. Not only that, entire India. And in US also, I got recently week back, tremendous report for Friday group. Very demand in the US. Friend of mine, his office disclosed just a week back. So I was Pakistan, of course. He disclosed some website, something like, and Russia. There, YouTube itself, as Google sent me, we are popular in that area. And one more thing, I mean, very interesting. Now, if I stand in the corridor, people are going to, you are Mr. Sheshagiri. And how do you know? When we are watching, sir, from Sikkim, from UP, some remote area. So we are enlightened, youngsters particularly, and elders also, middle age also. That is one great satisfaction ultimately. More than anything, greatest satisfaction, ultimate satisfaction in my life. That's now part 2 will start. That's what everyone is waiting for that. So let's
I will
start
leave
with
the
the-
statistics with you. The analysis my office made.
No, it's a good analysis.
We
Absolutely.
just from your figures,
Yeah.
we made an analysis. Maybe one or two
No,
areas
it's
are
wonderful,
too broad,
wonderful.
but you could.
Even I never made a thought on this. It's it's enlightening. I mean, we can focus more on. We'll take, I mean,
IBC
advice.
competition tax.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now it is recorded in, I mean, it will be in YouTube so that we cannot
It's only
miss that.
suggestion, yeah.
So we cannot be missed. We can take it from YouTube also.
No, it's a very serious venture, so
Yeah.
it has to be, that's why we also sat and prepared it.
Finally, we are all proud of you. The way you have and how much glamour you have, you can see. You can see there some people suggest the ISL, some people no. Vishwanath is very much attached to Library 2 and Friday group, so I don't want to go anywhere else. Whether it's a
It
full
will be difficult to find out whether it's for you or for me, but let it pass.
So now part 2 starts. Just a minute. I request Mahmood Umar Faruqi will read Vishwanathan's CV. You take this one. You take this one also. Keep it. Jai Mera Postcard. पकड़ लो ऊपर ये पकड़।
So, Honorable Mr. Justice K.V. Vishwanthan, he doesn't need much introduction, at least not to this bar. We all know sir as one of the finest senior advocates of this bar. His elevation to the bench is a loss to all of us, to this bar, but again to the bench. Anyway, I'm going to read out sir's brief introduction for benefit of one and all. Honorable Mr. Justice K.V. Vishwanthan was born on 26 May 1966 to Shri K.V. Venkatraman and Mrs. Lalita Venkatraman. He did his primary and secondary schooling from Arokumiyatha School, Sainik School and from St. Joseph's School in the beautiful hill station of Udakamandalam. This is basically Ooty. Perhaps one of the reasons for sir's cool and calm demeanor.
Ooty has become warm now.
Because you have left it, sir. Justice Vishwanthan obtained his law degree with first rank from Coimbatore Law College, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, as part of the first batch of the 5-year law course. in the year 1983 to 1988. During his college days, he also attended the chambers of late Shri K.A. Ramachandran, a leading criminal lawyer at Coimbatore. Enrolled as an advocate on the roll of Bar Council of Tamil Nadu on 28 October 1988 and transferred to the roll of Bar Council of Delhi. He joined the chambers of Mr. C.S. Vaidyanathan, senior advocate and former Additional Solicitor General of India in November 1988 for about 2 years, and later joined the chambers of Mr. K.K. Venugopal, senior advocate and former Attorney General for India from November 1990 to June 1995, and appeared with him in important cases before the Supreme Court and High Courts. He attended the program of instructions for lawyers at the Harvard Law School in the US in June 2002. He was designated as senior advocate by the full court of the Supreme Court of India on 28 April 2009. He was appointed as the Additional Solicitor General of India on 26 August 2013, and he held the same position till May 2014. During the course of his practice, he has appeared before the Supreme Court of India and several high courts across the country. As a senior advocate and as Additional Solicitor General, he appeared in wide range of matters on diverse subjects of law, including several appearances before the constitution benches of the Supreme Court. He also appeared as amicus curiae in several important matters before the Supreme Court. He has also been a member of the National Legal Services Authority, member of the Supreme Court Legal Services Committee. He has been Secretary and later Treasurer of the Supreme Court Middle Income Group Legal Aid Committee. He has appeared before Justice Verma Commission of Inquiry and Justice M.C. Jain Commission of Inquiry in 1991. He has also contributed to the Chief Justice J.S. Verma Committee report on effectuation of fundamental duties under the topic Administration of Justice. He has contributed editorial articles to various national publications and have delivered lectures in law colleges. Now, he was elevated as Judge of the Supreme Court of India directly from the bar on 19th May 2023. He is the 10th member of the bar to have been directly appointed to the Supreme Court of India. And this 10 members is out of a total of 268 judges appointed in this court till date. He is in line to be the Chief Justice of India from August 12, 2030 to May 25, 2031. And this is also is on track to become only the 4th member directly elevated from the bar to assume the position of Chief Justice of India. Justice Vishwanthan is married to Mrs. Jayashree Vishwanthan and has 2 daughters. Outside work, his interests include reading non-fiction and in watching all sports. Thank you.
Yeah.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Farooq bhai. Thank you very much so much. Nicely read and everything.
Normally I would be reluctant for a long introduction for Ruki, but you know what happened to Jamshedji Tata? You must have heard about that. There was a seminar with Vakandesa would have heard it. Jamshedji Tata and 2 more Parsi gentlemen. So the compare like Farooqi introduced the 2 gentlemen the long introduction, and when it came to Mr. Tata, unlike Farooqi who had a good English command over the language, he said, now coming to Jamshedji, less said the better.
What Sheshuda sir gave me was much longer.
No, you rightly said instead of saying needs no introduction, he told of Jamshedji, less said the better.
Not for you, sir.
I was joking.
I know that.
Friends, before going to Garland and other things, a small, on behalf of Friday Group, we are giving something to our beloved senior advocate, was a senior advocate and sitting judge going to be Chief Justice of India. Now, Rahul, please.
शतमानं भवति भवति शतमानगं शतमानं भवति शतायुः शतायुर्भवति शतमानगं शतमानं भवति शतायुः शतमानमिति शतमानं भवति शतायुः शतायुर्भवति भवति शतायुः पुरुषः पुरुषः शतायुर्भवति भवति शतायुः पुरुषः शतायुः पुरुषः पुरुषः शतायुः शतायुः पुरुषः शतेन्द्रियः शतेन्द्रियः पुरुषः शतायुः शतायुः पुरुषः शतेन्द्रियः शतायुरिति शतायुः पुरुषः शतेन्द्रियः शतेन्द्रियः पुरुषः पुरुषः शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्यायुष शतेन्द्रियः पुरुषः पुरुषः शतेन्द्रिय आयुषे शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्यायुष शतेन्द्रियः शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्येवैवायुष शतेन्द्रियः शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्येव शतेन्द्रिय इति शत इन्द्रियः आयुष्येवैवायुष्यायुष्येवेन्द्रिय इन्द्रिय एवायुष्यायुष्येवेन्द्रिये एवेन्द्रिय इन्द्रिय एवैवेन्द्रिये प्रतिप्रतीन्द्रिय एवैवेन्द्रिये प्रति इन्द्रिये प्रतिप्रतीन्द्रिय इन्द्रिये प्रतितिष्ठति तिष्ठति प्रतीन्द्रिय इन्द्रिये प्रतितिष्ठति प्रतितिष्ठति तिष्ठति प्रतितिष्ठति तिष्ठति तिष्ठति शतमानं भवति शतायुः पुरुषः शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्येवेन्द्रिये प्रतितिष्ठति हरिः ओम्।
Now Geetanjali Sharma will give in an English translation in few seconds. Geetanjali, please.
Shatamanam Bhavati. Blessings for vital power and long life. These mantras are from Krishna Yajurveda, 6th Kand, 6th Prashna, 10th Anuvaka. This powerful shloka or mantra resonates that he will have 100 times respect or weight. He, the Purusha, will have 100 years of life. Certainly, he will have 100 times power or senses in life. In power, he finds support. He will be supported ever, Tishtati, through power, Indriya.
Thank you, Geetanjali. So, translated. Very grateful to you. Now, the real, this thing, Friday group is going to felicitate me properly. This love and affection, whatever we have. This time, Sir, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, take it. Bouquet, Mr. Martinez sir will give you. Okay. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Sir, Nagamoto sir, please come. Okay. Adish Agarwal, our president SCI is here. We are very highly grateful. Please, sir. Adish Agarwal, yeah. Yeah, photo lena. Sir, Karpaga Vinayagam, sir.
I'll come there. So, seniors will have to
Basant sir will give a final lead, sir. And yeah, sir. I request first Mr. Basant sir will speak few words about Vishwanath sir.
You should have told me.
No, I will ask then.
No, it doesn't matter.
Honorable Justice Vishwanthan, the hero of Friday group, G.Seshagiri, ladies and gentlemen, when I came into this room in the afternoon, I found a real festive atmosphere. It was really something extraordinary. I think all the youngsters particularly were thrilled and overjoyed that they could be part of this function. And I believe Justice Vishwanthan's elevation is really a great boost to the younger members of the bar. Here is a message sent round eloquently that merit, hard work, commitment, pace, and nothing other than that is important in your scaling heights in the profession. So I believe that is the message that has gone round with the elevation of Justice Vishwanthan. Various qualities have been spoken of. A person who did not take one step out of the way to reach this great height that he has reached. I would not be too long. All of you must have read that article at a time when his elevation was under consideration or at least on the wings. You must have read that article on a politician, I don't want to name anyone, on a politician's remark about judges, former judges, etc. It required great guts for a person to write an article like that, and immediately I wrote to congratulate him. I believe that is the hallmark of a great judge. The ability to be fearless, whatever happens. The ability to call a spade if that is required. I'm singularly happy. I think I echo the sentiments of the entire bar when I say that. That gesture of yours tells me that the future of Indian judiciary will be very, very safe. Well, I have many things to speak about him, but I don't think I have the time allotted. But this one quality of absolute fearlessness, that is what I really appreciate, and I really hope, pray, wish that it will continue to be with you so long as you are there in the judiciary now and later to lead the judiciary. We need people like that. We need people for the great name and the prestige that the Indian judiciary has made up by now. We need people who can add to it and not merely who bask in the glory of that. And that is, sir, where I expect you to lead the Indian judiciary to greater and greater heights to make it a truly fearless, independent judiciary worth its name in the Committee of Nations in a democratic country like ours. Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of all present here, I congratulate you, and more than congratulations, you are a role model for the young juniors to follow, and that is where I appreciate it most. Thank you very much.
Mic also, sir, mic. Now I request Subodh Markande will say few.
I'm a very choosy person, so all the hallmarks, of are present in Justice Vishwanthan, and I was a first generation lawyer.
Sir, we'll sit and speak, sir.
No, it's okay. I'm a first generation lawyer, so I want first generation lawyers to come up, because after all, it's a democratic society where, there should not be oligarchs. So with this I will.
Thank you.
I congratulate you, sir, and wish you you will be Chief Justice, and there you will lead kindly light.
Sir is now 88. Sir is 88. Now Sinha Saab will say a few words, sir.
Honorable Justice Vishwanthan and our leader of the Friday group, Mr. Sheshu. I have known Vishwanthan, Honorable Justice Vishwanthan, since we all started our practice. Me, him, Muralidhar were almost contemporary. The two hallmarks of his nature, character, which I want to emphasize, is his humility and self-restraint. And during lunchtime, he used to crack jokes. And that joke was really lively and it freshened you up. So that was his approach while eating together on innumerable occasions. And I must tell you, it goes without saying that he will prove to be the best because of his temperament. You need to have humility with self-restraint in order to achieve that, which he is a testimony to it. And above all, I can only wish and pray for a very happening and eventful tenure, and good luck to him. That's all I can. Thank you.
Now I request Justice Karpaka Vinayagam.
Yes.
My humble pranams to the lotus feet of Bhagavan, and my humble pranams to the august audience with Justice Vishwanthan. Better late than never. When I heard that he is deputed for judgeship and all, when Justice Lalit was Chief Justice, I was very happy and everyone was happy. He is a man of humility. No, a man of virtues, man of integrity, man of sincerity, man of wisdom, man of ability will come to the top. That is values, first letter V, integrity, first letter I, sincerity, first letter S, wisdom, first letter W, and ability, first letter A, Vishwas. So faith and patience. You know, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. It's a very important slogan. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. We were waiting for a window, window is not open, but door has opened. Vidya Tatati Vinayam. Embodiment of humility. Nobody said that he will be, but he was very careful, patient, and he did not react to anything at all. But that is a man of quality, important quality. So we are not only just come up, but we have to make others also to come up. That's so called education. Education means, what is it? शिक्षा जीवन के लिए, जीवन प्रेम के लिए, प्रेम मानव के लिए, मानव समाज के लिए, समाज संसार के लिए, संसार शांत के लिए. You will get a shant. So such a humble man, he has come to the top and all from the bar. And I can say, I can quote one Thirukural. முறை செய்து காப்பாற்றும் மன்னவன் மக்களுக்கு இறை என்று வைக்கப்படும். A man who rendered justice will become a god. Till the last week and the last there, Vishwanthan was a best human being, but he has become a god now. He has to discharge the godly qualifications. I wish him all success. I wish him for family. He is a honest man to the core. Honesty is one thing. Humility, embodiment of humility is Vishwanthan. I wish him all success. Thank you, Sairam.
Before I ask Adish Agarwal, our SCBA president, give it to him. Give it that bouquet. Saket Gautam will give a bouquet of flowers to Vishwanath ji. That video she took 8 hours continuously. All your life is still that journey. So continuously. Please, Saket.
Yeah, I should be giving one. Thank you so much.
Now Adish bhai, please. Your mic.
Hon'ble Mr. Justice Vishwanthan ji, we all are so proud of you. We have learned from you, and you are really a guide, friend and philosopher to all of us. And you are the true human being. I can't add more because my seniors, they have already mentioned, and I can't add more, because when a real human being will be heading this institution, India will be in safe hands. That I can say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harish bhai. Anybody ladies side to speak one or few lines? Nandini, you want to say? You can say. Please come.
And on 11th, we are felicitating Honorable Justice Vishwanthan.
Thank you so much, Seshagiri. This is it's great pleasure, great moment for all of us, sir, to have you on the bench. And really, as I can only echo what our learned president of the bar has said, that because everything about you has been said, and we echo every word of our seniors, and that is, I probably cannot take more time, but we are all extremely happy, and we kind of depend on you, your views, your personality, which reflect which will be reflecting from the bar now, from the bench now, which used to be reflected from the bar previously. Thank you so much, sir.
Justice Nagamatu, please. How can we miss, sir? Ansarya sir next.
Very good evening to all of you. Honorable Justice K.V. Vishwanthan, senior advocates, Mr. Seshu and other friends. It is a great moment for all of us to congratulate Honorable Justice K.V. Vishwanthan. More than any of you here, I must be doubly happy because he hails from Tamil Nadu and he is a Tamilian. I know Coimbatore, I have heard of his senior, and unfortunately I did not have much acquaintance with him for a long time. I have heard about him when I was a judge in the Madras High Court on several occasions about his greatness. He has appeared in many of the very important political cases from Tamil Nadu, I know it. And it was because of his legal advice and assistance, many politicians could survive even in politics. I know that also. And when I came in 2017 after my retirement, I got introduced to himself. And after that, I have developed friendship, and I have seen the great good qualities of him. And I was wondering as to how a person at this young age could come to this level, so as to be picked up to the bench. As it was rightly pointed out by my learned senior colleague, Honorable Justice Basant, it is all because of his humility, hard work, etc., etc. But for that, it would not have been possible. As it was rightly highlighted and pointed out, it is a message to all the younger members of the bar that a day will come when you will also adorn the bench, provided you also put in the hard work, maintain honesty and integrity in life, as what Honorable Justice K.V. Vishwanthan has done all through. And one more thing before continuing, I want to say, after his elevation as a judge, when he sat in the court, and I noticed that there was a huge crowd to see you for the first time as a judge from the bench. And you have got all good qualities, and the judges, we need very strong judges in this country. Not only upright judges, we need very, very strong judiciary we need. That is the need of the hour. As it was pointed out, I am so sure, more than 100%, that Honorable Justice Vishwanthan will be like a rock to make this judiciary stronger and very stronger for the years to come till 2031. Thank you, sir. We all pray. I pray to God, Meenakshi of Madurai and Lord Pragadeshwar of Tanjavur, to give you all prosperity in life. Thank you so much for having given me this opportunity to say so and other things. Thank you.
Sir, Vijay Ansarya sir, please come. Sir, before the ending, we have a lot of sweets here. Mysore Pak hai. Please, it will be wasted. Have and full. Everyone will get it will be opened shortly. Please.
Honorable Justice Vishwanthan, Mr. Seshagiri Rao, equally important for us. Today's meeting, 180th, it's continuing legal education, as Justice Vishwanthan said, nobody else could have done it in the Supreme Court except you. It's a big contribution by you to the legal education. Honorable Justice Vishwanthan was sought after counsel, we all know, but he was sought after by the courts also. The number of amicus curiae he has contributed as an amicus, incredible. We have been together amicus, and when I saw his preparation, I found that I have not committed my job. We did a lot of things for that, and I'm sure we are the judiciary is in safe hands. Judiciary is the only weapon is public confidence, and I'm sure Justice Vishwanthan will maintain it, has maintained it as on this side. On that side, the responsibility of your sir is much more important in the time of crisis. Judiciary is the only place where the people can repose faith, and this institution has served the country, and I'm sure under your leadership, this institution will continue to serve the country. Thank you very much and wish you all the best. And you are one of the biggest achievements of the Supreme Court bar. We have contributed judges of immense quality. The best of the judges have come when they are the direct elevation by the Supreme Court. So we request that, yes, on that side, please consider us for the Supreme Court elevation. And one more request, sir, you have given us suggestions. Please consider us for the High Court elevation. Please make out a procedure. We have been fighting for it. We have really good members, but there is a procedural lapse. We have talked to the Chief Justice, earlier Chief Justices, but they say that there is a procedural problem, and no procedure can come in the way of picking up the best judges. We have best of the lawyers who would be asset to the institution, and sir, please go into it, please look into it. That will be our humble request. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.
Surendra sir, please. Kavya, would like to speak? Come. Any young member, lady member wants to speak?
Honorable, this is Vishwanthan, our dear friend G.Seshagiri. Usually in this sort of occasion I never speak, and it's only because I am proud of this K. Vishwanthan, and we are proud of him. I don't want to say something more on this occasion. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jha, SP Jha, Shekhar Preet Jha, please come quickly. Ranjana is here. Ranjana or Janjani bhai hai, KL Janjani.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Seshu. Congratulations, sir. But it's a very strange occasion when the juniors are saying something about their seniors, and then it's an inferior is judging the superior. You are always the Northeast Star of the bar, always will be in the bench as well. We all expect from you what you have done in the bar also as well as in bench, and we are in a very safe hand. We equally share what Mr. Hansaria said. You also consider that we have a lot of good lawyers. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Ranjana, please come this side. Please come this side, Ranjana. Jyoti, you want to say? Give it. Jyoti Parashar.
Yes.
Kavya, be ready yourself also. Whatever. Youngsters, from youngsters side.
First of all, very congratulations to your lordship and very good evening, and all respected seniors and all respected members of this dynamic group. Once Seshu sir told me to write something about Friday group. What I have written in message, I want to speak in this. I get an opportunity today. What I have written, there are 7 lengths of advocacy, what your lordship has said today. But I have written, sir, there are also 7 lengths of Friday group also. First one is no partiality. First one. The second one is group of prominent peoples, simple and sober, very far from fantasy. And the fourth one is group of direct interaction with honorable justices and get knowledge. And sixth one is direct interaction with the respected seniors and get knowledge. And the 7th one is, sorry, I am just pure legal education. And of course, sincerity and punctuality because of Seshu sir. And last one is honesty. Of course, honesty is must necessary for everything, for every platform. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Jyoti. Give it to Kavya. Give it to Kavya.
2:44, I left my cabin. 2:45, I was out of the gate to Seshu.
Yes, please.
I heartily congratulate my Lord Mr. Justice Vishwanthan, and he is a complete detached person. As Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes says, in judiciary one should be a complete detached person, and he is here. He will uphold the majesty and integrity of this court to the best of his ability and judgment.
Thank you.
I am very
Kavya,
grateful.
please. Kavya, please say quickly. Ranjana Narayana is here. Yeah, please. Yeah, after this.
Honorable Justice Vishwanthan, I am a very new member at the bar, so I do not know much about what happened before that because it has been only 2 years since I have been a member. But then today we had a matter, and seeing you on the bench, your wit, recognizing what is loopholes on each side and then giving the order is something which portrays your intelligence. So I, like other members, am hoping to learn from you the wit, the knowledge, and to grasp a lot of things, sir. Thank you so much and all the very best.
Give it to Ranjana Narayana, please. Yeah. No, pakka.
Honorable Justice Mr. K.V. Vishwanthan.
नहीं लग रहा है.
It's been a joy and honor and a pleasure and a privilege to have you here with us again today, but in a different capacity, in a different avatar. And what you said on this subject reflects your persona, because you actually epitomized the saying that the purpose of life is the higher evolution of man, and education is one of the most important tools to break the shackles of ignorance. And life, I think, of a lawyer is like a flowing river. You absorb, you assimilate knowledge, and you transmute it to a greater, it becomes a necessary adjunct of a wider process. And you share that, because sharing of minds is a must. And I think I would also like to add what Seshu has been doing, because this group, the Friday group, has been providing a vast array of information, of legal information. And as rightly been said, that the way to judge the civilization of any country is to see the legal system. And if I may say, the knowledge that you accumulate through this lifelong process is the journey for truth and excellence, because truth is ultimately the goal of justice. And justice in turn depends on the personality of the judge, which I think in the opinion of every one of us is exemplified in full measure in your persona. And if I may just add, it just came to my mind what Khalil Gibran had said, that at ebb tide I wrote a line upon the sand and gave it all my heart and all my soul. I repeat, at ebb tide I wrote a line upon the sand and gave it all my heart and all my soul. At noontide I came back to read what I had inscribed and found my ignorance upon the shore. So it's a lifelong process. You write and you find it's gone, and so you have to do it again in a better way. So this whole journey of ebb tide and noontide is what a lawyer goes through, and of the judge. And as the bench and the bar are very important wheels of the judicial system, I take this opportunity to congratulate you once again. And as everybody has echoed the sentiments that the hallmark of a great judge is, of course, humility, his intellect, and you're an amalgam of wisdom, clarity, perseverance, and intellect.
Thank you,
Thank you very
much. Mridul, you want to say? Mridul Agarwal, please come quickly. Come. Last time, and after this, vote of thanks, please. Come quickly. Very good, sir. Yes. Yeah, oh, mic. Make it more light. Both.
I'm absolutely overwhelmed to see you, and as a bench member, I can't express my feelings, and it's just extempore. The Seshu has asked me, I'll just enter. And as a bar member of the bar, and we have grown together, and it's really amazing to see you on the bench. And we feel at times that the Friday group is having some blessings, like whenever we are felicitating somebody and he becomes the member of the bench. So thank you so much for coming over here, and thanks note is still to be there. So thanks Seshu to giving me this opportunity to speak in front of our honorable judge. Thank you.
You want to say? Please count quickly. Now we don't have 3:45. We have to.
Just a couple of things. Honorable Mr. Justice Vishwanthan mentioned fellowship. I think it's a personification of fellowship. We are all had item on that. And coming to continuing legal education that was discussed today, I just wanted to share that the only reason why I am here practicing in the Supreme Court is because as a law student, I forced myself into a continuing legal education program in Bangalore. And Mr. K.K. Venugopal, Mr. P.P. Rao and Nariman, Mr. Sorabi, everyone was there, including Mr. Jeevan Reddy. And that is when I decided one day I want to practice in that court. And that led me to a very intimate relationship with Honorable Mr. Justice Vishwanthan, and I wish him all the very best. Thank you.
Before vote of thanks, members request you say something, few words about overall. One joke.
Sir, one joke first.
At the outset, I am totally overwhelmed by the kind words expressed by seniors. Thank you to each one of you. I have no words to reciprocate. All that I can promise you is that I am seeing this opportunity as a responsibility. I have said this before. I will endeavor to discharge it to the best of my ability, and I am going to need all your good wishes in abundance, which I know I have a preemptory right to it. So thank you so much. It's been really overwhelming to see all of you stay back and speak so generously. Mr. Nagamuthu says that I should keep cracking jokes, but the best thing about the judiciary is, having become the guardian of fundamental rights, I have realized that our free speech is fully restricted. So whenever you want to restrict somebody's right, you make them the guardian. Actually, in practice, it is like that. All of you have been there. So that is the beauty of it. So the idea perhaps is that you show more in your deeds and less in your words. So thank you so much.
What's the time also?
The one which the Chief Justice mentioned, there is a video of the Chief Justice, that young lawyer, which Mr. Nagamuthu wants me to repeat that. It is actually, credit goes to the Honorable Chief Justice. So the young lawyer came and asked the court, what is the time? So the court said, what is it? What do you want? He said, what is the time, my lord? He said, there's a clock there, you see it, but what is the time? Why are you asking this? I have just joined my senior. He said, go and ask for time. There is a video of the Honorable Chief Justice. It appears it happened in the So ever since I told this to Mr. Nagamuthu, he would catch me in the corridor. What is that? Because our seniors have tremendous sense of humor. I really miss Mr. Nagendra Rai. Soon after I was designated, I was running for some matter here and there. He had finished his matter, he was standing on the side. So once I went, second time I noticed him, I said, hello sir, because every time we used to meet, and he said, I am going to move the full court to revoke your designation. After you have become senior, you just went this side, you didn't wish me, this side again you. I said, no, I didn't see you. Great, tremendous sense of humor, spontaneity. was outstanding. We have had Mr. Daftare here, I'm told. So if you see the portrait of Mr. Vishwanath Shastri, I hope we are not late.
No, not at all, please.
So it is said that Mr. Vishwanath Shastri is known for his case law. Somehow fallen and had a bandage around his head. So Mr. Daftare called him and asked, what happened? Got a hurt gash. How many Privy Council went out? So Mr. Vishwanath Shastri is known for his frugality, simple people. So he told Mr. Daftare, you know what my son is doing? He has bought a car. Then he said, you come close. And he's using it every day. So thank you so much. I mean, I'm missing all this. But with Narsi there, we sometimes crack. Because the other judges also have deadly sense of humor. You get to know it when you go in. Thank you. It's such a pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Krishna. Let us give standing ovation to all of you. I request Gitanjali Sharma to give a vote of thanks and a quick smile, please. Both. You wait for
Good
sweets.
afternoon, everyone.
You wait for sweets. So many sweets are here. Just, have it and please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Friday Group lends me an august opportunity to extend our heartiest congratulations to Honorable Mr. Justice K.V. Vishwanathan for his elevation to the Honorable Apex Bench, a portentous event that history will cherish and the Supreme Court Bar shall treasure. Justice Vishwanathan being one of our very own. Justice Vishwanathan walking up to his old friends and former colleagues to receive his stay, possibly one of the most heartwarming moments from today. I stand here to express a deep-felt gratitude to Justice Vishwanathan for having been a continuing, one of the strongest columns of support to this Friday Group. Sir, we derive inspiration and motivation from your sustained association with our group, and as you rightly observed, fellowship is a hallmark of advocacy too. Accolades coming from you, sir, mean a mammoth to us here at the Friday Group. We'll definitely lap up your suggestions, sir, on holding more lectures on IPR, IBC or taxation. And we will certainly start working on the website and blog right away, which will improve our art of living as well, art of writing as well, which obviously is art of living, sir, for organizing this beautiful Felicitations ceremony honoring Justice Vishwanathan. I shall state here the words of Justice Vinayagam himself that on an earlier occasion he chose for our guest today, Justice Vishwanathan, that Honorable Supreme Court, being the guardian of the Constitution, only the best are chosen and elevated as the judges of the Honorable Apex Bench. Justices who can be entrusted with the responsibility of sustaining humanity against any atrocity, aggression, and injustice while balancing social harmony, and that Justice Vishwanathan is verily the person with such potential and caliber. Thanking G.Seshagiri Rao sir. Thanking G.Seshagiri Rao sir for being the untiring hero of the Friday Group as its administrator and our mentor. Also extending an applaud and thanks to the beloved members of the Friday Group and all the attendees alike for showering continual love, support and suggestions. I wind up with the words of Shri K.V. Krishnaswamy Iyer, which Justice Vishwanathan himself quoted way back in 2017 at the end of the 47th Friday Group lecture that he had delivered. The little knowledge that we have is like a torch flung into an abyss, the little light telling us the extent of darkness around us. Justice Vishwanathan had concluded that law is an ocean and we are continuously learning. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I have half of it.
Thank you. Sir. Now we can start. Sir.
We can pass it on.
Yeah, pass it on. So
very tasty.
Very tasty.
Very tasty.
Nice and careful.
He put the gulab jamun with them.